Today we are at this beautiful and amazing spot, which is Lake Bled, Slovenia. So we thought it'd be a great opportunity to talk to you about some useful expressions that are all related to nature. What's up everyone? My name is Wes. This is Interactive English, which is all about helping you practice and improve your English skills. And today I want to talk to you about some useful expressions that are related to nature. And what better place to do that than right here? So the first expression that I have for you is a breath of fresh air. And if somebody says that something is a breath of fresh air, it just means that it is new, it is different, and it's a nice change. Oftentimes I think it's used as a simile, and you say that something is like a breath of fresh air. For example, you could say that I hope that our English lessons are like a breath of fresh air. They're new, they're imaginative, they're different, and it's something that you enjoy. It is a nice change. It's like a breath of fresh air.
Tell us about yourself.
I must apologize for my daughter. Well, you're a breath of fresh air.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Eloise, I can't tell you how excited you got everybody up here. It's like a breath of fresh air. I've never seen everybody so excited.
The next expression is to beat around the bush. And if somebody is beating around the bush, it means that they want to talk about some topic, some issue, but they're not saying it directly. And in that case, you would say that somebody is beating around the bush. So, for example, if there is a situation that you really don't want to tell somebody about, and maybe it's a little sensitive, you might try to tell them in an indirect way, and in that case, you are beating around the bush. I think often I'm guilty of this. Sometimes I'm not direct with people and say exactly what's on my mind, and they might tell me to stop beating around the bush and just say what I'm thinking.
Wendy, I don't want to beat around the bush. We really came here because we're both worried about you.
Your project is to sabotage my project, yes.
Don't beat around the bush, Leonard. You don't want me here. Just say the word and I'll leave. Could have beaten around the bush a little.
I'm not going to beat around the bush here. Got a great arm. It's one of the best I've ever seen. Your control hasn't come around like we'd hoped it would.
Then we have the calm before the storm. And if somebody is talking about the calm before the storm, they're talking about a period in which there is relative quiet and peace just before a big problem is about to erupt. And you would refer to this period as, it's the calm before the storm. You know that in the future, something bad is going to happen. There is going to be a major problem, but before the problem, there's just, there's this peace, there's this tranquility, and you could say, well, it's the calm before the storm. Right now, I guess you could say, well, I don't think this is the calm before the storm. It's a beautiful day. We're not going to have any problems later, so yeah, today is just like a breath of fresh air.
If anything, this is the calm before the damn storm.
Guys, relax. This is just the calm before the storm.
That's right. That's right. Tonight we build up some strength, and then tomorrow...
I like these calm little moments before the storm.
The next expression is dead in the water. And you would say that something is dead in the water, which means that there is no chance for something to succeed or to make progress. Oftentimes I think it's used when maybe talking about some kind of deal, some kind of negotiation, and you're just not going to make any more progress, and you say, yeah, this negotiation, it's dead in the water. Or the deal, it's dead in the water. We're not going to succeed and move forward with it.
Filibuster reform stalled. Clean Jobs Initiative, dead in the water.
Nope, no bank will give us our ISDA. We're dead in the water.
Get that proposal to Dr. Griffin and the board by Monday. We're dead in the water.
Then we have greener pastures. And if we're talking about greener pastures, often you would say that somebody is looking for greener pastures or they're seeking greener pastures. And this just refers to somebody who is trying to find a better situation or a more promising situation, and they are looking for greener pastures or seeking greener pastures. And in this case, it's kind of exactly like it sounds. When you're talking about greener pastures, you're talking about land that is just better. People want to move there, people want to be there, and we're always looking to go to greener pastures.
Our boy's moving on to greener pastures.
He taught me everything I know about wearing a badge.
Looks like you moved on to greener pasture.
But you won't be working for Sacred Heart, the place that spent a fortune training you, only to have you take off for greener pastures.
The next expression is a storm is brewing. And in this case, we're talking about that in the future, there's going to be a problem. There's going to be something that's usually emotionally upsetting, that there is a storm of brewing, that there is going to be a fight. And often you might hear it used in that as that phrase as well. You could say a storm is a brewing. And if somebody says, again, a storm is a brewing, then it just means there's going to be a problem in the future, or you could say a storm is brewing.
Now, look, he might look calm on the outside, but there's a storm brewing on the inside.
There's a storm a brewing down there.
You ever get that funny feeling like something's gonna happen? Like a storm brewing?
The next expression, and this is perhaps one of my favorite ones, and that is the sky's the limit. And if somebody says that the sky's the limit, then they're just talking about that there is no limit to the opportunities that are afforded to someone, that there's just no limit. You can keep going, and somebody would talk about, well, the sky's the limit. I think that when it comes to improving your English skills, the sky's the limit. You can always learn new vocabulary. You can always improve your grammar. The sky's the limit. I hope that you do not feel that you're just dead in the water right now. But if you do, just keep practicing. Continue watching our lessons. Sky's the limit.
I told Ben he can do whatever he wants. Sky is the limit.
What do you want for your birthday, big dog?
It's okay, I'm good.
Come on. Sky's the limit. Dream big, my boy.
How much bigger can we get?
Sky's the limit. It's accepted by actors and musicians. Everybody else will follow.
Then we have when it rains, it pours. And this expression means that when something happens, usually something bad, that it happens in large numbers. So, for example, something bad may happen, and then shortly after that, something else bad happens, and then again. And you could say, well, you know, when it rains, it pours. When one bad thing just happens after the other. Now, it doesn't always have to refer to a bad situation. It can refer to anything. When it rains, it pours. For example, Joanna and I recently, we had a baby girl, and then shortly after that, my brother and his wife also had a baby boy, and we could say, you know, when it rains, it pours. Like, everybody's having babies.
Wow. When it rains, it pours.
Liz, are you familiar with the phrase, when it rains, it pours?
Why, you just laid me off.
Jesus, Henry Christ. When it rains, it pours.
So I hope you enjoyed learning these new expressions. If you did, please hit that like button. And as always, we love hearing from you. Write to us in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.